Good evening, welcome to my channel, the Angels of Alchemy. I'm spiritual medium and angelic channel, Dee Grewal, and this is going to be the weekly energy read for the general collective from Monday, January 18th to Sunday, January 24th. I hope you all had a fabulous weekend. For those of you who are interested in a personal booking, all of the information is below. You can find me on Instagram at the Angels of Alchemy, on Facebook as the Angels of Alchemy, and also spiritual medium and angelic channel Dee Grewal. Okay, and all of that is in the information box below. So welcome, and for those of you who are subscribed to my channel, thank you so much. I love and appreciate each and every one of you. And let's go ahead and move into your reading. Those of you, real quick, those of you new to my channel, welcome. And if the messages resonate, don't forget to give me a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel. With that being said, I really want to dive into the reading. Now, it's interesting because I did try to kind of channel and tune in to the week ahead earlier today, and I almost just got I wasn't sure if I was going to share, because I'm really feeling it's going to be a very heavy and intense week this week. And however, I have sat down. I'm still feeling that it's going to be a very heavy week. So, you know, it's going to be very testy energy, especially with Mars at play. Okay, so astrologically, what we've got going on this week, we have Mars, Jupiter, and Uranus that are going to be key. Okay, Jupiter, you're going to have Jupiter square Uranus, Mars conjunct Uranus, Mercury trine the North Node and sextile South Node, Mars square Jupiter, Venus sextile Neptune, and Sun conjunct Saturn. I think the key things we need to look at is Mars placement, and, you know, Uranus turned direct in the sign of Taurus last week. So, you know, there's a lot that's happening here that's creating very, a lot of amplified energy and very intense and heavy, okay? And they keep giving me this vision of a lot of murkiness, mucky energy is the sense and feeling that I'm getting as they're showing me these images. Now, when I did meditate, they gave me this image of pulling weeds, and that's what we're doing. We're pulling the weeds in our life. Okay, we're removing the things that don't need to be there, that aren't serving us, that are creating a messiness in our lives. Okay. And then they also showed me an image of storm clouds and very turbulent ocean water. And they gave me this image, very dark, okay? And that's been kind of coming up. And they also said to me cracked foundations, okay? But they also showed me the galaxies. And I'll show you exactly what image I seen while I was meditating. And it was this card that's come up in the reading. This was they showed me galaxies, and they showed me beautiful light and a spiral of light just spiraling. When they gave me that image, what came to me and really is coming up in the reading is that there is a power that is greater than us, and to not forget about that. But that power is accessible to us, and it's accessible to us as we learn to tune in and meditate and to draw on that energy. Remember, we're connected to God, to spirit, to the universe. Everything is energy. So we are not powerless in our lives. So this message seems to be coming up, okay? The other image they gave me was rows and rows, almost like I was at a monastery, of people that were meditating, okay? And, you know, and they gave to me the word peace. And so, you know, we're watching a lot of things unfolding collectively for us that is chaotic, it's dark, it's, you know, the shadow that is coming out, okay? But all of this needs to be illuminated so that can it transcend to the light. And so I'm getting this in our personal lives, as well as on a collective, on a grand scale, okay, universally all around the world. There's a lot that's happening. You know, we are in very different times, okay? And you know, we're not just going to go back to the way things were. Things are going to be different from this point on. There's a lot of challenges that we face as humanity, that we face right now, okay, before the light can truly come in and transform. So we have to go through that shadow in order for us to transcend to the light. That message is loud and clear, and it's been coming up very, very strongly. So let's go ahead and move into the cards, because there's a lot here in the cards, and I'll be able to go into a bit of detail. So the first card that we have for the week, you have discernment, okay? Now see how she's kind of over here, there's clouds that are around her crown, okay? But she has her hands cupping her heart. You need to listen around the heart area. The heart is the guide. It's your GPS. It is, you need to connect to self. You need to connect to heart, to connect to the vibration of love in order to have discernment, okay? There's a lot of cloudiness here. Not everything has been illuminated. There's a cycle that's coming to completion. This is 10, okay? When the 10, after the 10 comes the 1, and it's a new beginning. But there is a need for discernment. There's a need to see things from a higher perspective. There's a need to go within, use your intuition, and let that be your guide. There are things that are happening where I feel not all is as it seems. And so we need to look beneath the surface, look beneath what is kind of trying to hide, okay? And to get discernment, to get the truth, all right? So there's a lot of cloudiness as we're starting the week, and so I feel this uncertainty here as well, okay? There is a resistance, so I almost feel like there's a lot of self-deception. Again, this has come up. I believe it came up last week as well. There's a lot of self-deception. There's people that are resisting change in their personal life, okay? But also, as well as there's a collective, there's a resistance that's happening, a resistance to change, okay? And, you know, people want to see things the way they want to see them, and that's it. But they're not tuning in to inner truth, okay? And there's so much deception that's going on as a collective right now. If we look at media outlets, and you know, there's a lot of deceptive energy all around us, whether it's in our personal or whether it's in a collective, and we need to start tuning into our own inner truth, okay? Getting discernment from spirit, because again, not all is as it seems, and that's what we need to pay attention to. So, you know, this is about you not resisting change, even in your personal life. We need to learn to go with the flow. Okay, changes are normal. Cycles, you know, begin, cycles close. It's a continuous cycle in life. We're evolving, we're moving. We need to learn to adjust and to move with that energy. Okay. Over here, we have spirit bringing us healing light. And so I do feel the beginning of the week, again, it seems to be a lot of emotion, okay? And spirit is here to bring in healing. I feel this healing is on a personal as well as on a collective. And you need to tune in to the messages that spirit are bringing you. And how you're going to do that? You're going to go into quiet contemplation and meditation, okay? Build that connection to source and spirit, and allow yourself to go through this healing. It's a very, I feel like we're starting the week off quite emotional, because clarifying the healing light, you have the Princess of Cups. The Princess of Cups is someone who wears her heart on her sleeve. She's very, very sensitive, okay? She's emotional. I do feel there's matters of the heart that are weighing heavy on her, okay? There are situations, I do feel that there's a divide in relationships, separation in relationships. I'm also feeling, for some of you, I feel like there could have been a loss recently that you're struggling with, okay? But there's this heaviness, there's this emotion, there's this vulnerability that I'm feeling at the start of the week with the Princess of Cups. And Spirit is guiding you. We've got the Hierophant clarifying the Princess of Cups, to draw on your spiritual strengths, your spiritual truths. Go within, connect to source and spirit, and allow them to bring that healing in for whatever emotional time that you're going through right now, where you've experienced losses or there's separation in relationships. You know, perhaps at this time there could be a spiritual teacher that you could be going to seek guidance and clarity, all right? But the Hierophant is about going within. It's, you know, it's about religious structures, okay, and systems that are in place. It's also a card of commitment and marriage. But in regards to this, I'm really feeling this is about you calling on Spirit, going within, ascending to new heights, overcoming these challenges. Going through a period of healing is going to help you to ascend further. That's how I'm receiving this card, okay? There is an end of a cycle with deception. Now, this is coming up as an event, okay? So there is stuff going on behind the scenes as a collective, but also as a personal. I feel that be wary of who you trust, who you call friend, because you also, you know, I'm feeling that. You see how she's gossiping in his ear. I feel that you need to be wary of people in your work environment this week that are being deceptive and could be possibly talking about you. For others of you, I feel that there's been some kind of deception in a romantic partnership and relationship. Please keep in mind this is a general reading. It may resonate for some and not others. Take what resonates and leave the rest. For others of you, I do also feel that there's a lot of deception around us collectively as a whole, with things that are playing in front of us right now, okay? But there's a lot of deception. Not all is as it seems. Again, that message came up. You need to trust your own inner guidance and your own inner truth, and stop listening to outside sources, places, people, and things. Draw on your own inner truth. And where's that truth coming from? Spirit. Where's that healing coming from? Spirit, okay? But I do feel there's a cycle of deception. I also feel there's a cycle of self-deception that is coming to a close here. Clarifying deception, you have the World card. I mean, I have to tell you, this reading has a lot of major arcana, so this is going to be a very big week. I can tell you that right now. There's going to be a huge shake-up this week, I'm feeling. And events that are going to be unfolding that are going to be extremely intense, okay, in our personal and also as a collective. Now, clarifying deception, you have the World card. There's a cycle of self-deception that's coming to a close. There's a cycle of relationships which have been built on deception, that haven't been built on truth, that is coming to a close. I feel for a lot of you, you're moving away from situations, scenarios that just have been deceitful. They've been deceptive. They haven't been built on a solid foundation. You're completing that cycle. Anything that is not built on truth, that is not built on a solid foundation, you're ending it. Because you have the World card with death and rebirth. This is an ending. When you get the World card and death and rebirth together, that's an ending. That's a closing of a cycle. So we're moving out of a period where we have been fed lies and deceit. You could have been around people that were not honest, okay? Relationships that weren't built on truth. There's a cycle that's coming to an end, but something is transforming. Part of that is you are changing and you are evolving. And, you know, if we look at the 13, it breaks down to a 4. You're coming into a time where you're having more stability in your life. You're transcending the old and being born again with the rebirth, okay? For some of you, this could be an ending. There could be an ending within a work situation. Okay, perhaps you've been in a job where it's time to go, where, you know, your time is up. You know, perhaps you've been unhappy for quite some time. For some of you, I'm feeling that there. Okay, now you do have professional assistants, people. Some of you who have lost jobs, there could be a new job offer on the horizon for you. There are people around you that want to help you. Okay, look to your close friends or family or people around you that are going to help you on your path. I do feel Spirit is putting people in your path, in order to help you in some way in regards to your career. Okay, some of you could be ascending to a different level in your work. All right, clarifying professional assistant. You have the Hierophant again. Twice you've gotten it. Some of you, there could be a spiritual teacher, a leader that you're that's going to be helping you. Okay, but I do feel Spirit is here putting somebody on your path. Some of you, this is about through your spiritual work. You know, you're creating. You're being a co-creator with Spirit and manifesting newness in regards to your professional development, okay, in regards to career. Again, but I do feel there could be opportunities where you're meant to work with people, all right? You're going to be meeting people from your soul group that you're meant to be working with, that are going to assist you professionally, all right? Something, and I also feel like where something was previously unbalanced, you got Justice and the Hierophant, where things were previously unbalanced in regards to your spiritual path, where things weren't falling into place before, they will now. Justice is here to put wrongs to right, okay? What was previously unbalanced is becoming balanced, so you're ascending higher, okay? So know that there is going to be balance and stability here. And then you have Spirit again on this card. It says Spirit and the vast universe. So again, what I'm feeling from this card is trust that there is something greater than you. Look at how the galaxies, the universe, stars have all been created. All right, there is something bigger than us, and to believe in that, and to not fall into this place of not believing, okay? Not to fall in this place of, you need to learn how to believe in the impossible. There's nothing that's actually impossible. The only restriction that we have is our mind and the way that we think about things. But ultimately, we have the ability to create and manifest great things into our life. And this is a time to really believe in God and Spirit and the universe and trust. You know, everything has a time. Everything evolves in divine time. Things are, you know, you got to get into this pattern of saying, things are always working out for me. Things are always working out for me. You know, not to fall into that victim mentality, or I'm not good enough, or I don't deserve this, or, you know that you deserve great things, and know that there is something bigger than you. And so I also feel that as we get into this week, the testy energy that I'm feeling is very argumentative, combative energy. And, you know, what they're saying to me right now is what appears to be dark and chaotic. It's all on the surface, but it is leading you to where you need to be, to where the light is. Okay, so we need to believe in a higher power here. Clarifying the vast universe is strife. Yeah, there's a lot of inner conflict, but this is, again, combative energy that I'm feeling. People fighting, arguing, two parties not agreeing. Okay, so Yeah. I do feel that there's something that's unfolding this week, which is going to create a lot of strife collectively. However, I also feel that we're being reminded to be the peace, okay? To rise above and know that although things are looking dark and chaotic at this time, there's a higher power at work. There's, a need to see things from a higher perspective. We do have the Five of Wands here. This is conflict, competition, argument, strife, okay? Clarifying that, the Hangman, not seeing things clearly, okay? People need to rise above and see things from a higher perspective in their personal and as a collective, okay? Feeling stuck and stagnant, okay? Remaining in this energy when we need to rise above this energy, okay? And focus on love and light instead, okay? No matter what we're dealing with, whether it be personal or on a collective, there's a lot of fear-based energy here, dark energy that I'm feeling. We've got a 5. 5 is very heavy. It's big changes, but it's heavy. All right, 5s they're heavy in tarot, and it is a card of change, but big changes. Okay, if you start seeing 555, know that it's a time of change, and sometimes that change can be difficult. People don't always like to go through change. Sometimes we need to let go of the old so the new can emerge. So I am sensing a lot of fear-based energy as a collective, as a whole, and also on a personal as we're going through these changes. And we're being reminded to not allow fear to take over, not allow the shadow to overpower, to rise above this energy. Clarifying fear, you have loss. It says loss in pleasure, okay? So, again, this is a card of grief, feeling heartache, okay? There could be some kind of personal relationships that have come to a completion here that I'm feeling. But overall, there's a focus on the cups that have spilt over. See these 3 cups that are spilt, but unable to see behind you, there's still 2 cups standing. There's still something to look forward to. Don't get caught up in what has been lost. You're not seeing clearly, okay, that there's 2 cups here. Clarifying that, you have the 7 of Cups. Yeah, you're not seeing that whatever has ended, it needed to go because it was not serving you, okay? It's so the new can emerge because you have options. You're not seeing clearly that there are other options, and needing to rise above and see that you have these other options. Don't get stuck on what's lost. Look at what's still remaining. Focus on gratitude and appreciation, and know that you have other options and avenues available to you. Be the Page of Wands. You've got the Page of Wands. This is fire energy, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. I don't feel this is about anything about a person coming to you, but I do feel that this is about you stepping into the energy of the Page of Wands. Be the creator of your destiny. Seek new adventure. Take a leap of faith. Do what you love. Allow your heart to be your guide. Tune into the passion that's within your soul and use that to move forward. Tap into your creativity. Look at your options. Be ready to seek a new adventure here, okay? And overcome this fear. Don't get stuck on the fear. Again, next to fear, we have dark thoughts. But this is about negative thoughts, not seeing clearly, only focusing on what's been lost and not seeing what you still have with dark thoughts here. Clarifying dark thoughts, you have Ace of Swords. Yeah, you need to break free. There's a new beginning, but you need to get out of this dark and gloomy mindset that you have. Break free of the negativity and get clarity and insight, because truth is here for you. The real truth. Clarity is here for you. Okay? There's a need to see things from a higher perspective. There's a new beginning if you're ready to embrace this truth and clarity that's been presented to you. Clarifying that, you're not seeing clearly. There's something that you can't see yet. Trying to get truth and clarity and yet refusing to see what's in front of you. You know, the Moon card is a card of deceit, deception, okay? But it's also a card of illumination. Not all is clear to you right now, but it will be revealed. And I think partly you've allowed the negative to control your mind. You've allowed it to overpower you. You need to break free of that cycle, okay? Break free of that negativity that you're, you know, caught up in right now. And clarifying the Moon card, it's like you will get the truth when you step into the energy of the High Priestess, when you withdraw and go into meditation, when you seek higher truth and guidance from your guides and spirit. You see how she's withdrawing her energy and going within? The High Priestess is somebody who's very intuitive. You really have two cards of intuition with the Moon card. And remember, at the beginning, we had discernment. Okay? We need to break free of lies, illusions, delusions, okay, self-deception, and go within to seek our truth. The truth is in front of us if we withdraw and go within to get that truth and clarity. We're ending the week with deserving. Know that there is good in your life. Know that you deserve to receive good. Everybody is blessed with abundance. Not one person is blessed more than the other one. That's a mindset, okay? You can break free of that mindset. Know what your worth is. Know that you deserve good things in your life, okay? Clarifying deserving. Justice. What was previously unfair or unbalanced is going to be put to right, okay? Justice is coming in to put those wrongs to right. Things will be fair. Things will be balanced. If you're going through court proceedings, know that things will move in your favor, okay? Justice is being served. Know that. But clarifying justice card, you also have Four of Swords. There's a need to detach and rest at this time, okay? It's not always necessary for you to know the answers right now. Take a time out, detach from distractions, go within. Perhaps you need to rest at this time to replenish your energy, okay? Because you have gone through something that has felt very unfair. And I feel for some of you, you feel like, I'll never have this, or I'm not deserving of this. Why has this happened? There's something that you've had to walk away from because there was some kind of betrayal. You've got Eight of Cups. Eight of Cups, it's an emotional card. You're having to leave something behind. You're having to leave something behind that wasn't, in some ways, I feel there was a lack of fairness, okay? I feel for some of you, you battled making this decision, although you've made it. You're walking away from situations that have brought you nothing but heartache and grief. This is a card of betrayal. It's a card of third parties, okay? There's some kind of ending within relationships here. You're leaving this negativity and toxicity behind, stepping into the King of Pentacles to go embrace and be a leader in your life, to go embrace the new. For some of you, I feel like if there was a relationship that ended, that was unfair, unbalanced, okay, know that there is a new relationship. Some of you are feeling like it's never going to happen. I'm not deserving in love. It hasn't worked out for me up to this point. Will it ever work out for me? With the King of Pentacles, it's slow moving, but somebody is going to be coming into the picture. There's a new beginning on the horizon. So I do feel Earth energy, Taurus, Capricorn, or Virgo, but I do feel that there is somebody who wants to offer you something solid here. But this has come after emotional heartache, okay? Now, the other way that I'm receiving this is you're walking away and you're stepping into this King of Pentacles energy. You're becoming a leader in your life. You're creating stability for yourself. For those of you professionally, I feel like you're stepping into being an entrepreneur, creating success and a solid foundation here. Clarifying, King of Pentacles, you have a new beginning. So yeah, there is a new beginning. and you are deserving of this new beginning. And don't forget, justice was here. All wrongs will be put to right. There's a new beginning, a new relationship that's on the horizon for those, if I'm doing it as a relationship read. And for others of you, this is about stability coming in, a solid foundation, commitments, okay? But there's definitely a new beginning on the horizon. So it kind of ties into the weekend energy that I did for you guys. Now let's go into your guidance cards. You ever heard the phrase, all that glitters is not gold? Be careful of where you're investing your time. Be careful of what you're looking at that looks shiny and bright and beautiful, because beneath the surface, it might be very dark, okay? And it's not solid, okay? So again, the term of all that glitters is not gold. Be careful of what you're investing your time in. This is about, don't get caught up in illusions and delusions, and look clearly and look with your spiritual sight and allow your intuition, have discernment, okay? Because something is not what you thought it was here with all that glitters. You are at a fork in the road. There's a choice that needs to be made. You can choose, you've got two options to choose from. Which road will you seek at this time? What road will you take? Okay? Be careful what you choose. All right, there's something new that's ready to emerge, but you have to be willing to let go of the old. We also have temper your criticism. I feel that this is a message collectively, as well as personally. I feel that you need to step back. If you're judging and criticizing others, take a step back, because it does not come from enlightenment. It does not come from spiritual truth. You know, it does not come from love. So temper your criticisms this week, because I do feel these criticisms are going to create a lot of arguments and disagreements this week. So to just please, you know, remember who we are. We are spirit, and the love that is in us is in others, and that's what we need to remember, okay? And so I do feel that this is a message as a whole collectively, but also in our personal. Now, you have embraced meditation, and that came up at the beginning of the week, and we need to be the peace. And in order to feel peace, we will get that from quiet contemplation and meditation. All right, so go within, connect to source and connect to spirit. That is going to benefit you this week. I truly would recommend detaching from outside noises and distractions. So there you have it. That is your reading for the week. I'm wishing you a blessed and beautiful week ahead. I will be getting back to doing the signs. I haven't decided if I'm going to do, time being, I might just do earth, air, water, fire, okay, and then maybe even move into individuals. I think I'm going to start doing separate readings for love and relationships. That's something that I'm going to be working on, because I know a lot of people want to know about that. There's a lot that's happening with relationships at this time. So just some things that I'm thinking about. I'm wishing you a blessed and beautiful week ahead, and I'll be back soon. Take care. Namaste.